What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil 2. After beating the game your first time, you get a whole bunch of goodies. For doing this, that, and the other, and even a couple secret things. But we'll talk about all those later. This is the important part. The second run is now unlocked. It changes a few of the story bits, but the main thing you might be wondering is what was the other character doing while you were playing as the first one? We'll kinda get to the answer to that. This is a very different B scenario. So since we played as Claire, it's now time for Leon. Go ahead and select your difficulty and let's go.
No one's around.
Go! Don't shoot!
Get down! Come on!
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire, you okay?
Yeah! I'm alright! How about you?
Can't stay here, it's not safe!
Go on ahead! I'll meet you at the station!
I'll be there! Claire, I hope you made it here.
So already we have a huge difference between the classic B scenario and the current B scenario. You don't get to run through Raccoon City, they just plop you in the back of the Raccoon City Police Department. So why is that? We can't exactly tell. Some people say it was rushed. Some people think it's Resident Evil 3 taking up a bit of the development time. Both are believable. But I'd like to think it gets the ball rolling immediately. Still, it is a bit of a bummer to not run through the back streets of Raccoon City, but at least we're here. Now, speaking of this second scenario, it is extremely different from an actual what was this person doing while the other one was doing the events of the A scenario. Specific events still happen. The helicopter still crashes into the side of Raccoon Police Department. And a few other key story moments do happen. But I like to think of the second scenario as, what if the character you chose in the first scenario, that's how they told the story of Raccoon City's demise? And in the second scenario, well, they don't know what Claire or Leon was doing during their time, so this is how they're telling the story. This is their version. Not too many people know what happened during the night at Raccoon City and when zombies happened, so all we have to go on is their story.
Hey! Claire?
Leon! I'll be right there! Leon, we really gotta stop meeting like this.
Are you alright? Police chopper, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I take it you don't have the key.
No, I don't. It's good to see your face, though. How are you holding up?
I'm hanging in there.
Hell of a night, huh?
Yeah. You find your brother?
I did, actually. He's... Just when you think it can't get any worse. Leon, you should get going.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself to safety.
No, Leon, seriously, they're getting through the fence. Please, just go.
We're gonna make it. Both of us.
So that right there, that's the last time we're going to see Claire for a very long time. And gotta say, B scenario kicks off with no prisoners. All of a sudden, you got zombies everywhere. So, if anything, the second run is a more difficult, kind of faster run. It just depends on how you end up playing it. But just know that a lot of things you have to do in the police station have already been done by Claire. But the major key moments haven't been done yet. I'll explain more as we get into the police station. It's a bit of a roundabout way to try and explain why the B scenario is how it is. I'll do my best to try and explain it, but to hardcore fans, this isn't going to be a good enough reason. And I say that as a hardcore fan. Still, it's a fun scenario to play. God, who would want to join Stars? I mean, besides the cool people who join Stars. Well, one of the main things you get in a B scenario is a stronger handgun. Because there is a slight difficulty spike, they give you a gun that shoots harder and can kill zombies faster. Leon has his trusty Matilda here, but that's only a 9mm. We need something bigger. We need a gun that can shoot some more high-caliber rounds, if you ask me. They give you an M19. The ammo for this gun is... well, it's not the easiest to get. It's very scarce. Not so scarce that they give you some right at the beginning, so use it wisely. It won't be here forever.
Not exactly how I pictured breaking this in.
Looking kind of snazzy, Leon. If only you had shoulder pads on that thing. Then you'd look like a real cop. I'm kidding. I think I'm gonna stick with the better handgun for now. You're gonna notice immediately that this has gotten so much more difficult compared to the A scenario. Same deal applies for a majority of the mechanics. If you see blue on your map, everything has been gotten in that area, and if you ever see any red, that's when there's still items on the map. At the very least, I can skip over those parts. Aw, they sent me a letter saying, "Hey, good job, man, you passed your training." September 25th, huh? Just think, Leon, 3 days after that, the monsters will overtake the city. At daylight. Whoa! Since we're all suited up, let's actually get into the police department. Claire has had plenty of time to escape, and you know what? Oh, good lord! I thought I would have had a better throwing arm if I got through all my oh, that sucks. Alright, well, what I wanted to do was toss a grenade and kill all three of them at the same time, but no, my little noodle arms. It's fine. Maybe he has some post-zombie jitters. I don't know.
This is not how I imagined my first day.
Well, get used to it, Leon. You're in for one hell of a night. So right off the bat, you are about at the beginning of where my episode 3 started for Claire A. And a majority of the things that happened during those first 2 episodes have already been done. But then you notice a change right here. Elliot's corpse finally reanimated into a zombie. That's already big. But also, the gate is open from where he died. The changes are few and far between for the scenario, but enough has happened to not only keep the difficulty fresh, but also basically looking at the game with a new pair of eyes. When you look at these new locations and how things have changed, you start to think, okay, this is familiar from the A scenario, but this has changed, and it just changes how you think. Sorry to be redundant, but it does make you think differently on how to tackle certain parts of the police station. I was looking through the Resident Evil 2 OST, and somebody was disappointed that this song, the Save Room song, the Dark Room song, only plays once in the entire game. Not true. It only plays twice. Now, I will say, after it plays, it never plays again, and that's a missed opportunity. Because a lot of what made old Resident Evil unique is you could tell in what situation you were in based on the music, based on other audio cues. So that's kind of lost. Oh my, they're gonna give me the big guns here soon, aren't they? And here's our big change. Already, we've got the fuse. So now we can get into the main police station. That's what I kind of like about the B scenario in how it's set up. The original B scenario for Resident Evil 2 basically did the same thing. You would come in through the side door, and then you would have to work your way from the side of the police station and work your way to the middle to the different areas. And the main thing that is missing from these B scenarios is interactions between Claire and Leon, depending on which scenario you're playing. Those are sadly lost. There's a couple small bits, but the main thing is not sharing items between scenarios and the bosses being extremely similar because they're the same thing. This is what leads me to my theory that these second scenarios are that specific character's retelling of the events. Not that the events happened together, this is what they remember happening. So when thought of that way, Claire is still going through the police station, don't get me wrong on that. But she's avoiding all the big monsters. She never fights Birkin. Leon ended up doing that in the way he's retelling the story. Another theory I enjoyed was seeing all 4 separate scenarios as what-if scenarios. All of them happened, but the one you're currently playing, that's the real story. Again, you can go with whatever theory you'd like. Technically, you're not wrong, because Capcom hasn't said anything official on the matter. Yeah, whatever you think, it's canon. I'm curious to see what you guys think about the Resident Evil 2 canon. Let me know down in the comments. So we don't have to deal with too many zombies here in this opening, at least to get the shutter open to the main hallway. But don't think you're safe. Just because you don't see zombies in that main office room doesn't mean they didn't show up somewhere else. Yeah. Oh my god. Nisco, what the hell are you doing? Shoot the damn thing. Oh my god. Shoot the damn thing. There we go. Whew. Anyway, about Leon finishing his training. Oh dear lord. There they are.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Yeah, there's a couple people here, Leon. What the hell do you mean? Don't yell louder. The zombies are attracted to noise. So now that enough time has passed, around the time in Claire's A scenario, this is when Marvin turned into a zombie. But also, you've clearly noticed, there's a few changes. The box is missing, but you get extra inventory, so that kind of balances out the extra difficulty here. But also this.
Something tells me he's not a cop.
Was it the hat, the 9 feet tall, or the fact that he punched the camera? Oh my god. Yeah, you already have a giant difficulty spike. The way they balance this out, at least from what I've seen, is because Mr. X is going to end up going to show up earlier, excuse me. A lot more things are open, so you don't really have to go too far out of your way to get a few passages open. You'll see what I mean. It's easier to get around at the beginning of B scenario than it is A.
What in the...
Oh, right, they do this. Okay. Sure, that's fine. They had to bring it back in some way. And I'm glad they did. So not only do you have more zombies, more monsters to deal with, we'll also have to deal with Mr. X, who is already roaming around this place. Scenario B is such a huge boost in difficulty. But at the same time, it's going to feel like it's going by quicker because of all the stuff you didn't have to do because Claire already did it for you. That, in my opinion, is the biggest strength of the second scenario. But if you're a longtime fan, this is very disappointing. Now, with that being said, there are a lot of nods to the original game. The liquor being in the first hallway that you go through, that's a big thumbs up from me. The zombies actually coming through the bars in said hallway, that's a plus as well. I'm not here to be a hitman for Resident Evil 2. I'm not going to chime in that I'm a hardcore fan and any change is bad change. It does seem like a missed opportunity, but at the same time, Resident Evil 3 was being made alongside this. And they had to save some Raccoon City for the third game. Heaven knows they already cut enough from Resident Evil 3. So now that we've already gotten to this point and we have the bolt cutters... Bolt cutters? Yeah, those are bolt cutters. God, it just makes me sound like, oh, I'm gonna cut the bolts instead of the actual chains. We can already get the bomb to get the medallions. This is going super quick. We haven't even gotten the spade key yet, and we already have the C4. Okay, I see what you're doing here. Yeah, go ahead and give me liquors right at the very beginning, you sons of guns, but, you know, at the very least, we were moving faster. I will say B scenario is made to be played a lot faster. If you take a look at the records at the end of your playthrough, you'll see that in order to get an A, an S, a B rank, you actually have to go extremely fast compared to the A scenario, so... If anything, once you get familiar with the police station in the A scenario, it should be a breeze for the B scenario, right? You're smart. You're intelligent. You're a gamer. You can do it, right?
Uh-oh.
This is future-proofing. Leon will have to come back here, and the less zombies, the better. By the way, you'll notice I'm still walking in this hallway. That liquor can hear you from a very far away. So please be careful. Walk, don't run. It'll be fine. You'll get there eventually. Now, when you get this far, the liquor actually can't get you, so you can run all you want. I'm mainly walking here just so that the zombie banging his head against the vending machine doesn't hear me. See, here he is. I just want my kelp bar. Sorry, I forgot to ask properly. Where's my... Oh. Alrighty. Physics are great. We love them. Alright. Alright, just a few small sections to go. I do like that you can take care of this guy before you even go into the weapons locker. It's just so much easier. Then again, you don't actually have to worry about him, because if he goes into that weapons locker, that's his new home. For the B scenario, I like to deal with as many monsters as I can, because there are just so many later. It is a headache and a half trying to get through B scenario with all the enemies running around. It's, oh my god. Got a lot of goodies going on in here. Somebody still managed to take the keys from this keypad here. That's unfortunate. In fact, it's so unfortunate that we won't be unlocking this stuff for a while. Compared to the first game, I should say. There we are. Couple freebie items here. That's another thing that the B scenario does pretty well. Since there are so many enemies in the beginning, giving you an extra powerful handgun, as well as plenty of ammunition starting out, not enough to where you're comfortable, but enough to where you can survive. That's the main detail I like. That's different. He just broke in immediately. How dare. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the sideways kill shot that Leon's pulling here. I believe that's a reference to one of his alternate costumes in the original Resident Evil 2, where he'd actually hold out the gun with a kill shot. There we go. That should be good enough. Oh! Alright, so some of the zombies are actually already aggroed by the time you get to the staircase. See, I like this. I had a bit of an easy time during the A scenario, and then jumping into B, I'm like, oh, you're here now, you're here now. You're already on me, ah! It's cool. It truly does remind me of the original Resident Evil 2, where, yeah, it was harder, sure, but you were getting a brand new experience. And with this one, I'm kind of getting the same vibe. Not the exact experience, but a new one. So that one's the same. That's good. Oh. Oops. Sorry. Didn't mean to leave it out. I'm gonna do a couple more things, and then we'll call it here. Mainly just future-proofing. Because I know it's gonna get rough. Sooner I can take out some of these enemies, the easier it'll be later on. Also, just look at all this freaking ammo, man. There is a reason, though, that they give you all this stuff to begin with. Yeah, they want you to go to the STARS office. Okay, we can go to the STARS office. Just gotta take care of some things. Wow, that zombie moved quick. Just to make sure we're not dealing with any shenanigans later on. And board that up. There we go. Oh, hi! Oops, 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 oops. Okay. About panic shots. There we go. Hey, wait a minute. That guy actually started crawling again. We can't have that. Yeah, and this is the one that came through the window. How dare you, sir? I don't believe that for a second. There we go. Double, triple check. Ah, and you came down from the second floor. Hello, sir. Would you like to try our brand new bullets? They're 45s. High caliber rounds. Perfect for the gun you want to take to the face. There we go. No feet. No knees. We're good. Yeah.
Bastard.
Oh, you... Nothing down here dies! What?
God damn it.
Yeah, I agree, Leon. You know, if I had to give one small criticism to Resident Evil 2 Remake as a whole, the small side commentary from Leon and Claire can get a grading every now and again. where all of a sudden they'll just shout expletives like, God damn it! It's like, nothing happened. I actually just shot a bullet and the thing died. Now, if they started shouting, like, swear words as they're getting bitten, that I understand. Also, I'm glad that my audience, I've got them trained, it seems like, because I mentioned, I'm sure somebody will correct me about this fact that I know about, and sure enough, as soon as I said it, thousands of Resident Evil fans came in and said, actually, I'm glad I know my audience well. Next time on Resident Evil 2 Remake, I'm actually going to stop it here because we got a lot to do. We're going to hit up the STARS office, and we're going to start hunting down medallions already. And hopefully we can go fight our first boss, but probably save that for the 3rd episode. See you guys next time. What do you see, Leon? It's a wall.